What's up guys, Mike here again with Cashback Realty, and today we're talking about 3 things that you want to avoid if you don't want to lower your property value. So we all know we're in a seller's market. Anything you list nowadays is going to sell like in 2.5 seconds flat. However, if you're a seller, you're a homeowner, you still want to avoid lowering your property value. You still want to make sure you maximize the amount of money you can get for your property. So pay close attention to these things to keep your property value sky high. Number 1 is pretty obvious: bad neighbors. Buyers nowadays are very savvy. They're not just checking out your home and doing an inspection, doing an appraisal, and all the due diligence that they need to do. They're driving the neighborhood. They're going over to your neighbors, introducing themselves, right? I had a buyer last year that would go up to the neighbor's house of the house she wanted to buy and introduce herself, talk to them about what's going on in the neighborhood, even getting some of the gossip. So even though you might not have much control over who your neighbors are, keep in mind that your neighbors do affect your property value. Number 2, next we're moving from the neighbors to the neighborhood. And I did a video about this not too long ago. I'm gonna put a link up here where I discussed buying the neighborhood before you actually buy the house. The neighborhood in a lot of instances is even more important than the home that you're planning on purchasing. What's the school system like? What's your proximity to a hospital, to the supermarket, to parks, to the beach? Different things that for that neighborhood might be important to a potential buyer of the home you're trying to sell. How clean, walkable, or how green it is has a tremendous impact on your property's value. So that is number 2 to keep in mind. And number 3 is the upkeep. That should be an obvious one, but as a real estate broker, I can tell you that it's not always as obvious as you think to a lot of folks. The upkeep, the curb appeal, the aesthetics, exterior and interior. How many times have you been to a house that the interior paint color is lime green, right? Or, the kitchen cabinets are made out of some material that you've never seen before. As a rule of thumb, upgrades are good unless they're super customized. A lot of times I'll come across eccentric homeowners who customize their bathrooms, customize their kitchen. I remember a listing I had probably about 2.5 years ago or so where the gentleman actually enclosed his kitchen. He liked to cook hibachi style, where there's a lot of smoke everywhere and you're pan frying, and he actually had the kitchen enclosed. It was unique, it was different, but I told him before we listed, he might want to think about, removing some of the enclosures because that's not something that's typical that a lot of other folks might find appealing. So that's an example of what I mean when I say, going overboard with the customization might not always be a good thing. Obviously, your lawn, right? Your backyard, the exterior of the home, making sure it's painted, it's looking good. Always try to stay on top of those things. That way you're not playing catch up when it's time to sell your home and it's already looking good and all you need to do is a little bit of touch up here and there, which is normal. If you found value in this video, guys, share it with someone you think might enjoy it. Thank you. Take care.